everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Coming up next, we've got what should be a good one between the Chicago Bears and the San Francisco 49ers. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
The onset of fall weather, Coach, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the San Francisco 49ers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, you take a look at these 49ers as they enter play here. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears, they come in with some fresh legs as they got the week off last week thanks to the early season bye.
And usually you hope your bye comes a little bit later in the year, but when you get a chance to get fresh legs back, you take that time and you run with it.
The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on, we know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator say right off the top, he's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied.
And now a look at the offense for Chicago.
And they should come in pretty well rested because they had their open week last week. Ideally, all teams want to have that open week later in the year rather than this early. But you make do with what they give you. So you take the time off, rest up, heal up, and come in ready to play.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. A look now at the defensive starting lineup for the 49ers. This crew against the pass, issues at times, ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
They'll take that play right there each and every snap because throughout this season, they've given up some big plays. To be able to hold someone to no gain, oh yeah, they'll take that one all game long.
On third down, Lawrence. The screen pass here to Cohen. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike. The screen does get him 9, but it also brings up a 4th down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On second down, a run with Breida. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. I don't know that you've got a wealth of options here now. 3rd down from your 2.
The question is, how much confidence do you actually have in various aspects of your team? In your defense, in case things go wrong. In your quarterback to take care of the football. Your offensive line to protect it. If you're feeling pretty confident about all those things, you might take a shot right here.
He won't go down. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
They're going to try the jet sweep. Robinson with it. Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. Oh, some strong running. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And he will find his receiver, Pettis, for a 49ers touchdown. Dante Pettis, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them in plus territory. Excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. Tackle that time by Jarquiski Tart. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. On 3rd down, Swift. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st.
When you're dead last in the NFL in 3rd down conversions, the odds are against you every time you face it. How about him picking up that one? That was big for them.
Throwing on 1st down, Lawrence. Open man is Trey Burton. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Yeah, baby.
It is hard in zone coverage to stop a curl route, because when they see it, they just try and find the open spot and sit down.
Yeah, we always talk about finding the soft spot in the zone. What's the key to doing that? How do you do it?
You have to read what the coverage is. Is it 2 deep? Is it 3 deep? Because then you know where the linebackers are going to drop, what spots on the field they naturally get to, and you find that open space, and then you're in sync with your quarterback. He should be reading the exact same thing, and they put the ball right on you.
On 2nd down now. It's Cohen. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you can...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to do it.
Now 49er pressure, and they get it. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. In for the score. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
Partners, you well know every block punt wasn't necessarily a called block. Sometimes the guy just finds his way back there. Doesn't matter. The play happens, and that one turned into 6 points because they handled it so well after the block.
Now the try here for the extra point. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. So the very rare blocked punt, scooped and returned for a touchdown. What an exciting play. This one taken from the 7. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Looking to throw. Lawrence. And a quick throw here. That's complete. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, Swift, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that, got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Here comes the Bears punter now. Remember, though, he did have one blocked earlier. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now Garoppolo.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield. Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. To throw on 2nd down. Eason is going to go for a big play downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Here we go.
From the gun on 3rd down. Eason, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Now the extra point. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. Throwing after the interception. Eason, and nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Now they'll run it with Cohen. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football. And the plays he's making, he's spilling them in the offensive backfield.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Now 49er pressure, and they get it. It's blocked. And they will wind up with the football and the possession. So much for pinning him really deep. Short punt could have pinned him inside the 10. Now great field position the other way.
It's never good when you're punting the ball and your eyes see the ball go back behind you.
No.
In however form, whether it's over your head or to the side, never good. Now it becomes a race to get to the football so they don't pick it up and take it all the way.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Marquise Goodwin, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it is stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. This one taken just inside the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. A chance for us to look now at this 49ers defense. And we get a glance at something that they've certainly done well in this game, and that's block kicks.
And they've made it a mission. They've made it part of who they are. It's not just making good tackles, knocking the ball free on defense. It's going after kicks because that creates an advantage for their entire team.
They'll start with a give to Cohen. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Off play action. Eason gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. This quarterback now just 1 for 5 since coming on, but that one gets him a 1st and 10 here. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Eason. He's got Burton here. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. First down, a run with Cohen. He takes it to the 15. A nice display of power. That gives him a nice pickup. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down now, Swift. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. On first down, Cohen. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
53, check 53.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 28-7 ball game. So that drives 7 plays in length. And in the end, the finishing touch, an 11-yard run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. when you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Mike's 56. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Mike 56. Mike 56.
Garoppolo now. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Tariq Cohen and the rest of the offense heading back out there. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Looking to throw. Eason, and almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Off the play fake. Eason. That is caught by Cohen. It's a gain of 6 on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Matt Breida, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The Bears on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
Yo, 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 yo.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. DeForest Buckner able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I don't know about you, but if I'm the offensive line coach right now, I'm having an absolute fit. This team that they're going against has 3 sacks, yet they rank dead last in the league in sacks coming into this game.
Maybe overlooked them a little bit?
Could be. I don't know if it's the scheme. I don't know if they've just gotten fortunate along the way. I have no real great answer for it, but we're seeing something you don't often see.
The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
Oh, they stopped him shy of the marker, thought they were bringing up 4th down, and then that penalty.
Let's face it, they thought they had bent, but could absorb that, right? Instead, they broke as a result of their own penalty.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. This quarterback now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get-off on the snap, jump too quickly.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. On the draw, this is Cohen. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Well, the guilty party that time, Charles Leno Jr. Off play action. Eason. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole, 3rd and long. The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 17. Back to throw. Eason. Looking for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
The kick by Elliott is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
Matt Breed in the offense heading back out. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started at the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season, and of course it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and boy, are they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for him.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. They'll try and run for it. This is Juszczyk.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there. Football is such a game of tendencies, down and distance, and on 3rd and inches, 3rd and 1, you're thinking, yeah, the fullback's probably going to get the ball, but when you get to 3rd and 2, most of the time that's either the running back or a pass play. So that's a nice tendency breaker by the offensive team there. Hand it to their big guy to pick up a first down.
Let's go, D. Let's go. 56 is Mike. 56 is Mike.
On first down, Garoppolo. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Matt Breida out of the backfield. And now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Garoppolo. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. And they're going to sack him again. The 5th time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point. Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Complete to the running back, Matt Breida. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Throwing again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. That'll be complete to Breida. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Garoppolo looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Garoppolo and the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Garoppolo to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And they're going to be waiting for him as they get him behind the line. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is, don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Here we go.
Draw play, Cohen, and that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Looking to throw. Eason, and the throw there going to be incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Pulled in at the 24. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Garoppolo gives to Breida, and he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Here we go. 180!
Get the mic. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
They'll run on 1st down. McClellan. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Everyone's got 4 down.
They'll keep it on the ground. McClellan, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Strong right.
Now the fullback, Juszczyk. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
56. Mike's 56.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Garoppolo. That's complete to his speedy wideout, Goodwin. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. On play action, now Garoppolo. Man open, it's Goodwin. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
Roughing the passer, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up, a live ball, and he's into the clear. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20, and he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. As his guys are in for 6, and the Bears cut into that lead.
Trying to make a comeback often appears daunting, but the only way to get there, Start small, score, and worry about getting the next one after that.
Elliott on for the extra point. Now that shaves a bit off the lead. It's now a 23-point game.
Makes the score Niners 40, Bears 17.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
And to give this time to the tailback. Sheds off the tackle, and he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And an alley to run. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Play action, Garoppolo. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
Let's go, baby.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down. Back to the air on second. It's Garoppolo. And he comes back with one complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Draw play. Here's the fullback. It's Juszczyk. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Check him.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. His pass caught at the 4. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. To throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, they had the right down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield, but it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad, but a loss like that, you can't take a sack there.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing you cannot do, they did.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow Incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier, and this time there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
They try again with Cohen. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
56, Mike, 56. Squish, double.
Back to throw. Eason. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 21.
Ready, set, slam.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
90 Wolf.
Check, 53's Mike.
Hey, check. Big Ripper.
On first down, Eason. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. To throw again, Eason. Robinson's got it. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
Foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So that one will be accepted. So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. The San Francisco defense trying to hold tough again. This is 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Eason got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. From a yard out, and the Bears get a bit closer. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that will get him 1 closer. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. McClellan. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now. He's been terrific so far. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Yeah, that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw. Eason. Now they go screen. It's complete. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. On first down, it's Cohen. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
60, 53, check 53. And watch it.
Looking to throw on second down. Eason gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Mike 53. Here we go. Check 31. Check 31.
They'll run on first down. Swift. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They'll run. This is Allen. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. On 3rd and 2, Eason. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
56 to Mike.
On 4th down, Eason. And it is incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the 49ers are going to get the football back. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. They'll keep it on the ground. McClellan, and he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 13 yards there and a Niner first. Now a handoff here to his running back. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 28-yard line.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That's what I'm talking about.
Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
On 3rd down, McClellan. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. So 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought up a punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Eason. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Looking to throw, Eason. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Wow, so wipe out the INT roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. They were trying to go to Brown once again, and now it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the 49ers, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.